Yo, what's up? It's Angel. Uh, Here are my predictions again. I was just working on the Minecraft stadium, then I realized, wait, I haven't made my Battleground predictions yet, so I might as well go ahead and do those. Oh man, I've been really meaning to get to the WrestleMania 31 DVD review. I know it's been already 4 months almost since it happened, but still, I'm gonna do it still, especially since I win. But let's go ahead and get into these predictions here. This is for Battleground. First off, I want to say this past Monday night on Raw, of course, everyone knows how fucking happy I was seeing the NXT Divas, specifically Sasha Banks, but you know, that was fucking awesome seeing them come out. Uh, I guess this is gonna lead to something at SummerSlam because there's no Divas spot on the card. But because here's the thing, there's 5 matches on the main card, 6 in total if you count the pre-show. Originally there were 6 on the main card, but apparently the Intercontinental Championship match got pulled because Ryback is injured. So I'm not gonna put out a prediction for that one. Anyway, but they might add like a match at some point, like in the middle of the show, like they usually do when there's like very few matches on the main card. So you know they might throw in a Divas match. There might be a backstage segment that leads to a match on the show. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into these predictions right here. We got the primetime players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, going up against the New Day. So I'm not too sure which members of the New Day are going to be in it, or if they make it a 3-on-2. I don't think it's a 3-on-2. It doesn't say it's a handicap tag team match. It just says tag team match. But it's for the titles. So man, I was pretty surprised that PTP got the titles at Money in the Bank. Finally, they're the or not the world tag team champions, but the WWE tag team champions. And I think they're gonna keep it a little while longer, even though New Day did grow on me at one point. I think Frontline Players gonna keep it a while longer, so I'm gonna go with PTP. Up next, we got Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Oh, another thing I want to point out: Dean Ambrose ain't on the card. Yeah, I don't know, but hopefully. I don't know. I mean, hopefully this doesn't spell like the end as for like, you know, possibilities of a potential push for him. But whatever. Next match is Randy Orton versus Mr. Money in the Bank, Sheamus. Actually kind of cool with Sheamus being Mr. Money in the Bank. Especially because I did not see him winning, you know. But in this one, shit, I'm gonna say Randy Orton takes the win on this one. So I'm going to go Randy Orton to defeat Sheamus. Next up we got... I mean, there's really not anything behind that. I mean, Randy Orton's been gone for a little bit because he was on vacation. He proposed to his girlfriend. So, good for him. But, I mean, there's really nothing behind this. I mean, so there's not really much to talk about. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with Randy Orton. Next up we got... John Cena putting the U.S. Championship on the line against Kevin Owens. So, of course, Kevin Owens dropped the title at not the NXT event, but the WWE live event in Japan. I got up early to watch that. I got up. It started at 4:30 over here. I got up. I saw it was 5 a.m. exact. I'm like, oh shit, how much did I miss? So I quickly went to the WWE Network and Divas match was on. I'm like, okay, what match happened first? Because there's no way this Divas match has lasted almost 30 minutes. And I saw that I missed Neville and Jericho, but I checked it out again later. I mean, I saw when I checked to see what match had already happened before, I saw that Jericho won that match anyway. But I wasn't mad. I just wanted to see who won it and see if it was a good match, or see if people say it was a good match, which they did. So I checked the match out later, and it was really good. But anyway, on that same night in Japan, I should say, but early morning here in America, Finn Balor defeat Kevin Owens, and it's been weird seeing Kevin Owens without the NXT Championship. So I don't know if technically he's still a part of NXT or not. I mean, if he wins the U.S. Championship, then I'm pretty sure he'll officially be on the main roster. Only it'll be less than a year in WWE, and he'll already be on the main roster. But that's apparently the plan, is they want to get him to the main roster sooner than a lot of people think he will be, which I'm cool with. But in this one, I think John Cena is going to win via disqualification, and they're gonna have a match at SummerSlam for the title, and then Kevin Owens takes the title off of him there. But as for that match, I'm gonna say John Cena wins by DQ. Yeah, will still be the champion, of course. Uh, Next up we got Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. So of course, Money in the Bank, Reigns is climbing the ladder with nobody around, and then all of a sudden, you see those creepy graphics. I thought it was Sting at first, cause the tree and the abandoned house in that graphic for Bray Wyatt, it's like it looks like the same one that's like the same tree and abandoned house that's in that Sting that 15-second intro to his theme on the Titantron. It looked like that, the same one. So I thought it was Sting. And but then I saw the bushy beard at the end. I'm like, oh shit, it's Bray fucking Wyatt. And so he interfered in the match, cost Roman Reigns. And I've actually been pretty interested in this, to be honest with you. Bray Wyatt with those creepy promos, and I noticed that one time when he was cutting that one promo on Reigns from the Titantron, and he showed the picture of Reigns with his daughter. I noticed somebody in the crowd yelled out, "Too far, Bray!" But yeah, so and I actually thought it was kind of cool this past Monday when Bray Wyatt was making his entrance and the lights came on and Roman Reigns just runs up behind him and just waits there for Bray to turn around. I thought that was kind of cool how they did that. But this match right here, it kind of seems like WWE doesn't really know what they want to do with Bray. I mean, they had The Undertaker go over at WrestleMania, and then he started like a feud with Ryback, which I mean didn't really like lead to anything. There was hardly any build to it, and then once Ryback won, it was done with. And then Bray disappeared again, and now he's back. So I think in the end, Roman Reigns is gonna win, but that might be a match at SummerSlam. As for Battleground, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Bray Wyatt picks up the win. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt. I wanted to point out that this is actually the first time that I'm even somewhat excited for the Battleground pay-per-view. 2013? Yeah, not really. I mean, only match I was really looking forward to was Orton and Bryan, and they screwed up the ending with that. What else? But that World Heavyweight Championship match with Del Rio and Van Dam, that was actually pretty good. Better than I expected. As for 2014, you know what? I didn't even see the majority of that pay-per-view. I forgot what the first match on that card was, but like they showed that match, then they showed this like promo involving the Shield that was leading up to the match between Ambrose and Rollins that was supposed to happen that night, but of course it didn't. They just had like a brawl. There was no actual match. I didn't even get to see the brawl, to be honest, because the network lagged like fuck, and then it kept on saying, unable to access the network right now, please try again later. I'm like, what? It kept doing that even when I turned off my PS3 and everything. So, but even going into that pay-per-view, I wasn't really looking forward to anything except for Rollins and Ambrose, and I had a feeling that the main event was gonna suck, and I'm actually glad I didn't watch the rest. I didn't even watch it, and I can already tell that it must have sucked. I mean, the main event, hearing about it, I mean, yeah, who really thought Cena was gonna drop the title? I mean, come on now. At that pay-per-view, at the least. But yeah, I didn't even see anything past that Shield promo that they played like after the very first match of that card. Yeah. But I'm glad I didn't, because I heard the pay-per-view sucked. Not just the main event, but the pay-per-view in general. It sucked, from what I heard. Anyway, we're going to get into this main event right here for this year's Battleground. So, of course, the night after, Seth Rollins cleanly beat Brock Lesnar. I mean, Dean Ambrose. Triple H was talking about how, he's gonna put Rollins under a lot of pressure to see if he's really worth it, and that pressure being Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's back. He didn't get pinned to lose the championship at WrestleMania, Uh, is Brock Lesnar a face now? I don't know. I think he's a tweener, if anything. 'Cause, I mean, there's no way that the man that gained so much heat by ending The Undertaker's undefeated streak, there's no way that man could be a full-on face, in my opinion. But I think he's a tweener. Uh, and especially the week after he came back when he was being taken down by Kane and J and Seth Rollins. You know, I'd never seen anybody dominate Brock Lesnar like that. And of course, it was multiple people on one assault. You know, it's like a 4-on-1 assault. And that kind of makes me believe that, you know, they want to make him look like a full-on face. Which, I mean, if that's what he is, then so be it. But, shit. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one. I mean, Brock Lesnar in a match. I mean, I think it'll be a good match, but I mean, like, I'm thinking about the ending. Something tells me Seth Rollins is gonna win, but if anything, it's probably not gonna be clean. Well, I don't think the Authority would. All right, my bad. I don't know why my video cut off, but whatever. Let's get back to this. I don't think the Authority would get involved, but what if Paul Heyman turns on Brock Lesnar? Think about this. Nobody's discussed it. And that was the thing all along, you know, when Brock Lesnar re-signed his contract, and you know, you know, they're talking about what WWE has in store for him. And one of the things was that they wanted to go with him as a face. And it looks like they're trying to do that. But I thought he would become a face with Paul Heyman turning his back on him. Because here's one of my predictions for WrestleMania. I said Brock Lesnar would win. Well, it wasn't my final prediction, because in my final prediction I picked Roman Reigns to win the match. But I'm saying one thing that could have happened was Brock Lesnar could have beat Roman Reigns. Then Seth Rollins comes running to the ring. He stops away halfway down the ramp. And he's like, nah, not tonight. He walks back up the ramp. And then Paul Heyman low blows Brock Lesnar, and Rollins runs into the ring, cashes in, and Heyman raises Rollins' hand. I'm thinking, what if that was a face turn? But, you know, nobody's been, you know, at one point people were talking about Paul Heyman turning on Brock Lesnar. That was back to late last year, you know. Nobody's been talking about that this year though, or well, in recent months. So, what if that happens this Sunday? I mean, I can understand if that's how they want to make Brock Lesnar become a full-on face, you know? But, I'm going to go with Rollins on that one. You know, because it seems like they want to protect Brock Lesnar because of, you know, how dominant he's been. They don't want him to lose clean. Because, at WrestleMania, like I said, he lost the title without getting pinned. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Seth Rollins in this one. No matter how he wins, I'm saying that he wins, period. And we'll see this Sunday. So, yeah. In other news, I should be uploading my first Minecraft video soon for the WrestleMania 32 Stadium. And I want to do my WrestleMania 31 DVD review soon. I'm going to try to get to that, I promise. But until then, this is Angel signing out. And as always, do you...